Of course, everyone is talking about sports, and in just 6 weeks, we'll all be focused on the Olympics in Sochi, Russia. Now, tonight, though, the world is focused on the dozens killed or injured from 2 terror attacks. And as News 3's Dave DeLozier reports, securing an event that size and scope is a monumental task.
You're always going to think about your contingency plans. What happens? What's the worst that can happen, and are we prepared for it?
Worst case became a reality when 2 bombings killed or wounded dozens in Russia. With the Olympic Games just weeks away, threats by Chechen rebels to disrupt those games has become very real.
Everyone now needs to be even more concerned about the terrorist threat that has reached the Russian heartland and is growing closer not only to the Sochi Olympics, but also affecting the transportation hubs that are so important to the Olympics.
Well, it definitely increased the amount of planning that you have to do. It also increases the amount of contingencies you have to look for or be prepared for. And it's going to increase the number of people you're going to have on your security details.
Captain Jim Wheeler, the Madison Police Department's Criminal Intelligence Section, has been involved in developing security plans for large events. He says you have to plan for the worst.
Well, post 9/11, you have to think of ways that your event can be compromised, of security can be compromised. There's a lot of ways that people can get into events. There are a lot of ways that people can think of to really cause a lot of chaos, injuries, havocs with, individual bombs.
And you need to look no further than the Boston Marathon and the attack by 2 Chechen brothers for proof. The Olympics are an even bigger security challenge because there are few events bigger in the world.
When you look at the type of events you're going to have, you have to look at the number of buildings that need to be secure. You have to look at the area that needs to be secure. And when you're talking about Olympic Games with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people being there, there's a lot of things to think about.
Now, Captain Wheeler says post 9/11, one of the most critical things for security is communication between agencies. And for the Olympics, that will likely mean an increase in the amount of intelligence exchange between international security agencies. Now, the other thing about large events like this is that there is the security that you see, and there's also the security that you don't. And Michelle, the security that you don't, technology, is going to be oh so important in an event like this.
Oh, I bet. It's amazing how things even, go without a hitch sometimes. It's just such a big project.
Yeah, a lot of hands at play in keeping these events safe.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dave.
You bet.